Hi guys, my name is Nonema Tigela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I want us to talk about another part of this evidence of the kennel that was in court today. This Monday was just a very a very good Monday for the defense guys, I must say, because what the hell was that? Oh, Uram Sipile guys, please respect him. Please respect Uramza guys, please. This portion is of the testimony. This portion of the testimony is actually very important. It starts exposing how police detention logistics work versus how they can potentially be used or questioned inside a criminal trial. Let's talk about that right now, and you will see why I'm doing this. The witness is essentially confirming several critical things here. In transit, detention is a real SEPS administrative concept. That's the first step. Secondly, a suspect can temporarily be housed at a station that is not the investigation station. That's the second part, right? Thirdly, the transfer itself does not legally require a new investigation to be opened at the temporary station. Number 4, the occurrence book, SEPS-10, must still reflect where the suspect came from, where they are going, and under which case they are detained. That sounds administrative on the surface, but legally it becomes exclusive when allegations later arise about torture of the record interrogations, unlawful movements, secret questioning, contamination of evidence, or suspects disappearing between stations. You see, you guys did not hear this. Wait, let's start over. The witness is essentially confirming several critical things here. First, in transit, detention is real SEPS administrative concept. Get that. Secondly, a suspect can temporarily be housed at a station that is not the investigation station. Thirdly, the transfer itself does not legally require a new investigation to be opened at the temporary station. Fourthly, the occurrence book or SEPS-10 must still reflect where the suspect came from, where they are going, and under which case they are detained. That sounds administrative on the surface, right? Okay. But legally, it becomes exclusive when allegations later arise about torture, off the road interrogations, unlawful movement, secret questioning, contamination of evidence, or suspects disappearing between stations. So it does happen. Okay. Because once a suspect is in transit, the court immediately starts asking who authorized the movement? Why was the suspect moved? Which officers handled him? Was the movement properly recorded? What investigation was happening during transit? Did the suspect meet investigators unofficially? Were lawyers informed? Was there access to family? Were constitutional rights respected? Do you see how smart pants Ramsipile is? Do you see? Are you witnessing that? Are you understanding what is happening here? And this is where the defense strategy becomes very dangerous for the state in the sense of murder trial context. The questioning is slowly building towards a procedural map. The defense appears to be trying to establish that 1, suspects were moved around, 2, temporarily housed, 3, possibly interrogated outside official channels, 4, and that SEPS administrative system should contain traces of all those movements. Do you see how smart Ramza is? Can you see that? That is why the witness is being carefully walked through SEPS-10, SEP-14, SEP-22, SEP-13, SEP-18, transit entries, detention procedures, prohibited item procedures, and chain of custody concepts. Because once the rules are established, the defense can later compare those rules against what actually happened. And if records are missing, transfers are unclear, transit entries do not align, exhibits were never booked properly, or movements cannot be explained, then the court can begin questioning credibility of the police conduct, integrity of detention procedures, and reliability of evidence allegedly obtained during those periods. The temporary stopover explanation is also legally significant. Why? Because if a suspect was supposedly only temporarily housed, but then interrogated there, assaulted there, confronted with witnesses there, or induced to confess there, the defense can argue that the detention purpose and actually conduct were inconsistent. And in South African criminal procedure, once allegations of coercion or constitutional violations arise, the court does not only look at was there a confession, it also examines the environment, the detention conditions, the movement records, access to lawyers, officer involvement, and whether procedures were properly followed. That is why this seemingly boring administrative testimony can later become the foundation for massive credibility attack on the investigation itself. Do you see, guys, what Ramsipile is doing here? Ramsipile is dealing with Abu Gininda, left, right, and they are getting punches left, right, and center. And do you see it target Ramsipile in the investigation? He's dealing with the investigation and he's targeting exactly the cold case unit. He is targeting the cold case unit. Oh my God. He's targeting Gininda straight in the unity again because they have questions, they have answers to make. We have so many questions. That is why I believe if it does not happen in the next 3 or 4 years, but eventually it's going to happen, we do need a commission of inquiry regarding the investigation of the Senzo Meyiwa murder. Nakia, we do need it. Oh, we do need it, Kesana. We need it. Well, we need it, Kesan. And that investigation on its own, defense is busy targeting it. And it's on the floor. They are mopping the floor with the entire investigation at this point. That is what the defense is doing, mopping the floor with Gininda and team. And I don't think Gininda is having peaceful nights. I don't think Ubalo is having peaceful nights. Baya Foster. They should have stopped this long time ago when everything was still stoppable. They should have stopped this. Kubi manj. Oh, Kubi mtase. And it's honestly not looking good. Nothing is looking good anyway when it comes to all of this. Guys, what did you notice when it comes? Because I really wanted to hear this thing of transit Ishukti. I really wanted, you see now there is a clear understanding of what that meant, what was expected from the police officers, etc. Now Ramsipile is giving us that green light of, look at this, and this is how it was supposed to be done. Now, you're going to have to compare what Mugane said, what Gininda said, what Mukhola said, and it's not nice. The situation is not funny. Oh, the situation is not funny because uRamsipile ubambe abantu kanje. People ubabambe kanje and akahleki nabo. Uyakhumbula Mugane besithi the brigadier will come. The brigadier will come. Well, he came with nothing, and now things are not looking good for any of them, including their brigadier. None of them is, no one is spared, guys. Kubi. So what are your thoughts when it comes to all of this, guys? Let's talk comment section. I want to hear your views. Maybe I should also add a clip of what that official was saying, the colonel was saying. Then you will understand the significance of all of this. I'll see you on our next video. Bye-bye.